Hello everybody, my name is Azure and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about games that should be made into TV shows. So recently, as many of you probably know, Castlevania got a new show on Netflix, and it's completely animated, and from what I've heard, it's pretty good. I haven't watched it yet, I'm probably not gonna, honestly, but from what I've heard, it's pretty good. So that got me thinking about what games I want to be turned into shows, because apparently movies don't work, as we've seen time and time and time and time and time again. But shows, I guess, work sometimes. So I was thinking, what are the shows, or what are the games that I want to be made into shows? Now, my only rules for this list is that it cannot have already had a show. So stuff like Sonic, because Sonic has had like a million other shows. I don't count that. Mario, Zelda, all of them who've already had shows don't count. But anything like animated shorts and stuff, those don't count. So I'll allow those to be in the list. But anyways, got the rule set. Just jump in. So the first thing I thought about immediately was Splatoon, because Splatoon 2 is coming out in like a week or two. So I thought, why not put Splatoon on the list? Because I would think that a Splatoon TV show would be pretty cool. Think of it like, I already have like a pitch in mind where it's like, you got this kid, just moved into the city, he wants to become like the best Splatooner, I guess? I don't know. He wants to become the best at the turf wars. So, he starts doing his thing in quick play, and he gets demolished immediately pretty much because he's trash, because he just started. And as time goes on, he meets new people, and he forms his own team, and they start going into quick play more and more. And then at the end of the first season, they find about ranked play. Second season happens, they train for ranked play for about half the season maybe, and then the other half of the season is actually in ranked play, where they attempt to get to like the top, basically. And they all manage to get S ranks or something, I don't know. And then maybe that's where I would probably end it, but maybe they add another third season where it's like esports level stuff. I don't know. You could go on and on with it pretty much, because Splatoon's basically an endless game if you don't count the story mode. Alternatively, they could just make the story mode into a TV show, but that's kind of lame, in my opinion. Next up, I thought about Overwatch, because Overwatch has pretty much is trying to tell the story of Overwatch through as many different mediums as possible, except the game, which is it's cool, but I think just once everything is said and done, they've revealed the entire story of Overwatch in comics, in the animated shorts, and secret hints in-game. They should just compile it all into one Overwatch TV show. I think that would be really, really good. If it has the same level of quality of animation as the shorts, that would be amazing. So, or even recently the Doomfist short that was animated by that I want to say, I don't know what company it was. I don't know, some animation studio that made the Doomfist thing, and if they made an entire TV show like that, that would be great. So, all I want is an Overwatch TV show, please, once they are done with the story. Moving back over to Nintendo, ARMS just released last month, and there's no story mode, there's no you can kind of pick up on the characters and stuff in the game just by their actions, but a proper story mode would be great. And knowing Nintendo, they're probably not gonna add one until ARMS 2 maybe, if that ever releases. So maybe, what if they just put the story into a TV show? Now, what I was thinking as a little pitch idea is you got all these fighters from like around the world basically, and then they all have to come to this one area to train for like this world tournament, basically, where they all have to fight each other in the end. But they all have to train together first before they go fight each other. So they come together and they start training, and then you can have stuff like Master Mummy and freaking, I don't know, Ninjara don't get along very well. So you could have them have like an episode where they have to pick partners, and then they get paired up and stuff. You know, I think there's a lot of like ideas that could go into it. And then at the end of at the end of season 1, they have to go into the world tournament, and then second season, it's all just the world tournament. So I think that'd be pretty cool, just because the characters of ARMS have so much like, I don't know, like their designs are really cool, and just there could be so much like, there's so much potential there for the characters to have such a fleshed out backgrounds and stuff, because they all have very basic backgrounds. Most of them at least. I don't know about Ribbon Girl. I think she's like a pop star. I don't have any idea about Springman. Min Min, I know she worked at her mom's or her parents' ramen shop. Ninjara went to a ninja school. Master Mom, I don't know. They have such like just looking at them, you want to know more about them. But the game doesn't really tell you anything other than very small, basic facts about them. So I think a TV show would be the perfect opportunity to really flesh out these characters and bring them to life. Next up, Portal. Now, for Portal, it's kind of weird in my mind, cause I think it would be like every episode there's like a new puzzle, and you know, just the entire goal of the show is to get out of the base, basically, get out of Aperture Science Labs, and I don't know if it should be with like Peabody and Atlas or Shell, because if it was with Shell, we could do that idea with her trying to escape. But with Peabody and Atlas, I think what would be cool is like a short series where they try and like do like smaller puzzles, but they always manage to like mess it up to the point where they win. So like they break the puzzles essentially. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool. But there's something with Portal. Include the story, include all the creepy aspects of it. I think that'd be neat. Now this one may sound a little bit weird, but I think Mario Kart will make a pretty cool show. And there's a couple reasons for that. First off, you've got a pretty basic story. You follow Mario. And I know I said that no Mario at the beginning of this list, but they haven't made a Mario Kart TV show. So I'm accepting. Fuck you. This is my list. So you know, it would be like you follow Mario. He's trying to you know, get first in all these races and stuff, become the best, and that would just be like the entire show. It'd be like one long season of just Mario going, like every episode's like a new track, essentially. You know, at the beginning he has to like train a little bit. Middle is where, you know, everything happens, and at the end, either Mario wins or someone else wins, something happens, I don't know. And then, you know, maybe have filler episodes in there with like, I don't know, them just having fun, doing different stuff like battle mode or timed races and stuff. I think that'd be cool. So there's some opportunity there. And if you don't believe me, just look up Mario Kart Japanese commercial, and you will find this crazy like anime Mario Kart like thing, and it looks crazy. So just imagine that as a TV show, and I think it would be amazing. Now, next up, I have Shovel Knight. And I think Shovel Knight would be a pretty cool TV show, just because what if, like, it would be kind of like after the games take place. So, you know, after Shovel Knight saves Shield Knight, and, you know, Dark Knight's whatever. So, what I would think is it's like, you know, he's just going on adventures again. Or so like it takes a break after the first game, and then on the TV show, he's just doing like small missions taken from people. In every episode he gets like a new mission from someone to like go to the top of this mountain and fight this thing, or just simple stuff like, I don't know, go retrieve these gems for this gem for me and I'll give you $1 million bajillion, or I don't know. There's a lot of opportunity there. And you know, you have all the different characters like Plague Knight and the guy with the scythe, Treasure Knight, Mole Knight. I don't know, but there's a lot of characters and they're all very interesting. So, you know, seeing them more fleshed out in the TV show rather than just one boss fight would be pretty cool. And they're trying to do that with like the what is it? Like the little DLC things, like shoving it. Excuse me. Like Spectre of Torment and Plague of Shadows or something. Shadow of Plagues. I don't know. And then the Treasure Knight one that they're making. So you know, they're trying to flesh out the characters through that. But I think a TV show would work just as well. Now this is the one that a lot of people were probably expecting. Smash Brothers, because we've heard it time and time again. Just looking at the Smash Brothers short for Dark Pit, I think it was, or Palutena, I don't know, it's for one of them. Just looking at the animation and how just crazy awesome it looks, making that into a TV show would be amazing. So what I'm thinking is just like, maybe you have it like, because there's a theory out there that Smash Brothers is just kids playing with toys, but from the kids' perspective it looks like Smash Brothers where it's like super crazy and stuff, and Master Hand is like the kids' hands and they're trying to fight the figures themselves. I don't know, but that's like essentially the theory. That's like a very watered down version of the theory, but Nintendo could do it like that where it's just kids playing with toys. And you know, you have like the plot, you have like kind of like the plot with the kid where he's like, you know, he's like a Nintendo kid, he's a gamer, he's kind of a nerd, gets kind of bullied a little bit, and you're like growing up and stuff. But then you also have moments of where you see it through the kid's eyes and you see how when he's playing with the toys, it doesn't look like he's just playing with toys, he looks like he's freaking having these crazy, amazing fights. So, doing something like that, having like almost a coming of age story, I don't know. But I think that would be pretty cool. And then you can do like at the end of the season, you can do like a 10 years later or something, or 20 years later, and he sees that, I don't know, Nintendo put out a new game, put out the Switch, and then he's like, oh shoot, I remember this, oh my god. I don't know. I think that would be kind of neat. Now, Rayman. Rayman hasn't really had many games recently. He had, what was it? Rayman Legends on the Wii U and Xbox and PlayStation, whatever. Point is, that was the most recent one. But before that, they had Rayman Origins, and then before that, I don't even know. But Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends are the two new ones. And they're both really, really good games. Like the art style with like the painted backgrounds and like just the way the characters look would be really perfect for maybe a short series. I think would be kind of cool, like just really quick episodes, like 5 to 10 minutes maybe, of them just kind of going on like a quick adventure and, you know, cracking jokes along the way. Maybe keep it silent like the games, where like no one really talks. I think that'd be kind of cool. And, you know, it'd just be a fun little series. Alright, so next on the list, I was gonna talk about Gunvolt because I really like Gunvolt, and if you haven't played Gunvolt, you should, because what are you doing with your life? But, fortunately, it already has a show, and I didn't know, because I forgot. So I guess that's one thing off the list already. I'm a psychic. It's done. I'm a psychic, obviously. This just messed up the list. But yeah, please, if you haven't played Gunvolt, go play it. If you like Mega Man, I know Mighty Number 9 was supposed to be Mega Man. This is from the same people who made Mighty Number 9, which sounds bad, but this is so much better. So just play Gunvolt. And watch the show maybe, because apparently that's a thing. Well, alright, so there already is a Gravity Rush TV show. Or kind of TV show. It's a short animation series on PlayStation's YouTube. So it already happened, like, god damn it, both the anime titles that I put on here already have a show. You know, I'm just gonna double check everything real quick. Hold up. Alright, from what I can gather, Gunvolt and Gravity Rush have a TV shows, but everything else on the list doesn't yet. So I only messed up twice. God damn it, this video is terrible. Alright, but there's 3 honorable mentions I want to include. Just because these already have had shows in the past, but I think having new shows that might be better, you know, with better writing and better direction and stuff. Number 1, Mario, because I think just having like a Mario series of like, maybe like you have Mario doing his thing, every episode's like Bowser putting out his new invention, maybe Baby Bowser's trying to get in on it and reveal his new invention. And then you can have like side episodes with like Luigi going into his mansion, or following some other side characters like Birdo, who haven't shown up in a while, or Shy Guy. I don't know. Just do something interesting and have it all 2D animated. I don't know. I think Mario is just better looking in 2D animation. Next up for my honorable mention thing, Sonic. Sonic already has a TV show that's running right now, Sonic Boom. But it's, I mean, from what I've heard, the newer episodes are better than the older episodes, but I watched some of the older episodes, they're not good. But I think what would be kind of cool is having a Sonic Mania, like, short series. Maybe just put it on the Sonic YouTube or something, where it's like, in the style of Sonic Mania's cutscenes that are made by Tyson Hess, I think it's pronounced. Yeah, just have like an animation series like that, where it's short things of like Sonic just defeating Eggman's robots and stuff, and going on little silent cartoon adventures, because it will probably be silent, because classic Sonic can't talk. Yeah, just have like short, like 5-minute episodes and put them out on YouTube. I think that'd be kind of cool. And my last honorable mention, Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, I put on this list because I already had a movie that I've heard was pretty good. But I think having like a proper TV show where it's just, yeah, you have the villager and he's walking around doing tasks for people. And you know, it's a kind of like a, very much a children's show. And every episode he learns like a new moral, something like, I don't know, don't steal or something. But it's not him stealing or something, it's like, I don't know, it'll be something else that happens with all the other animals and he's just trying to help. And it'll probably be silent, except for like all the other animals talking, but he'll be silent, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. This was kind of a terrible video because I messed up on 2 of the things. I'm sorry, but yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. Please hit the like, subscribe, whatever, I don't know. And I'll see you all later. Peace. You say that you don't like